Hi, and welcome back here at episode 79. Today we're back on the police special. We're going to be hopefully wrapping this project up here shortly. What I got going on today, I'm just going to start installing the rear crash bar, and I'll work on the next video taking the front crash bar off and installing the new one. So I've got Nasty Hog. Here's the front crash bar. I'm pretty sure I did a mock-up of these when I first got them because I took the lowers off this bike, but a friend of mine, Keith, who was viewing, said he didn't notice it or see it. So here's the rear crash bars here. So I'm just gonna get it all set up. The part you won't see, I'm gonna remove my seat and the saddlebags, and then I will get at it. So I have to remove the seat because I have to get at my my elephant ear here, my crash bar. I got to get it off, and then I'm going to take the side cover off because I'm going to put the FXR side covers on, and then I'm going to remove the bag. So you just won't be able to see that part, but I've had those on and off a bunch of times since the beginning of the build. So stay tuned here. Thanks. So here we are back. So I'm going to be taking this bolt off here. I'm going to be taking this bolt off here, and then I'm going to be taking this through bolt off here that's holding this elephant ear to the rear lower. I got new rear lowers from Nasty Hog, but I'm not using it because I've already got my taillight bracket and everything made on these ones, and nothing changes. It's the exact same bracket. So except for I'm gonna have to move my bolt hole back further because the pieces that I'm gonna add on here are gonna be a little bit bigger. So I'm just gonna set the camera here, lower it down a little bit so you can see all the happenings. So just with a torque, just loosen these on. This one here has got a nut in behind it, so we'll use a wrench to hold it in place. And I'll be using the same hardware to put it back on. So I'll set it down so I can reuse the same hardware. And then I can sell these off to someone that's interested. There we go. So there's that one off. So now here's the new ones. So the new ones, oh, the new one's not going to be able to fit on with my exhaust. Isn't that a son of a bitch? That's frustrating. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. Not liking that at all. That's pretty disappointing to think I just purchased these and looks like I'd be able to take the tip off. If I take that tip off, I should be okay. Nothing's easy when you're customizing, that's for sure. So if I take that tip off, I should be okay. Let's take a look. I'm going to see about that. So customization at its finest here. It's an Allen head I'm going to grab. This is what happens when you customize. You just don't know sometimes. And that's okay. That's the way it is sometimes. These are really recessed, so these bits aren't going to be long enough. So I'll see what I got for long bits. Might be needing to use actual Allen keys, and that's okay too. I'm just making a video here. So as you just saw, I have to remove the tip off the exhaust. So I'm going to show you here. So I got one bolt out already. That's it there. So they go all the way around. I'm just using an Allen key and a wrench to get the leverage because it's recessed. My drive bit isn't long enough to get in there. So once I get the bag bracket on, I'm gonna just notch my tip out where it's hitting and I'll bolt it back on. I'm okay with doing that. It'll still give me the look I'm after. So without these bag crash bars on, I can't use my FXR side panels, and obviously I wouldn't be able to use my crash bars. So to able to just remove the tip and then cut it, I'm okay with doing that, like I say. So, and then I'm gonna get everything that I'm after, or able to use everything I purchased too. So customization, that's what happens sometimes. So I'm using the long side of the Allen key for Allen wrench, and then just using an open end of a wrench, or excuse me, a close end of a wrench and going over it and then turning it to get my leverage. Just a little trick that works to break them loose. Should be one more here. Same idea, just use it, twist it up. This SPB Fab exhaust is a nice exhaust to have, so I don't want to take it off and change it. I like the shorty. Gives me the performance look on it. Like I said, when I showed in the video of me removing the lowers and stuff, I never thought about it. So there it is. That's all it is. So I'm going to be able to cut that any way I want, which makes me feel good. My baffling and everything's still inside. Hopefully I don't have to do any more than that. So we're just clearing. So now I gotta slide this over there. And slide it back to where it lines up. Now this front one isn't lining up too good. I'll show you, let me put a bolt in here. So that's how it's going to look. A lot beefier. My knurled ends will come out there. So you can see here, how I do have room to put the cap back on, so I'll just have to cut it to go around there. So I'm okay with that. So see, I got a phone call coming in on my phone right now, so bear with me and I'll answer that. So I'm going to be tightening down this one, tightening this one. I'll drill a hole in here once I get those tight and in place. These ones go underneath the seat. Not putting Loctite on that as it's underneath the seat. I've never had one back off before, so then this one's got the wrench in behind. And tighten it up. I should have maybe put my FXR cover on first. I don't recall. I've yet to be able to get them on, so. We'll just take a look here and see if I should have put it on first. I imagine I should be able to get it on and off with everything in place, but maybe not. Let's take a look here. Don't want to scratch it on my floorboard or anything. So I'm gonna undo that, pop that on, and then we'll put it back on again. I didn't even think about that. That's too bad that this is going to have to be on and off to get my panel on, but as also my fender, or excuse me, my exhaust is in the way, so that's probably why I've got to do that. So I'll pop that off and then we'll get it on. So there we go now. I've got the FXR cover on. My floorboard still doesn't make contact, which is good. It's on, crash bar's on, we got the exhaust tip off. Now I'm going to put in the extensions here. So I've got gold. Gold's going to go in between because the accent of the bike is gold. One at the bottom, one on the top. The longer one goes at the bottom. I'll grab the right Allen key for it. Grab some Loctite for it. So I've got it here. I'm just going to put some Loctite on there. It's going to go through. These are like a neoprene. So if I ever do drop the bike, I can always replace them. And then spacer in between. And then they're just going to screw in. So before I do that, I'm going to set my saddlebag back on. Make sure everything there lines back up. I haven't put make sure you guys can see it. Yeah, I haven't put my pinch bolt in yet. I have it right here. That's where I drill a hole through and I line that up. I haven't done that yet. Again, this is all from Nasty Hog. I enjoy their product. I love how nicely it's protected when they ship it to me. That's one thing I do like. And so I got these a while ago, and I thought I took a picture, or excuse me, added them in a video of showing the product. My friend Keith reached out to me and was curious on how they looked, and I said, well, I haven't put them on yet, but I may as well put them on for you. So that's what I'm doing. So that's on there now. So now I will get these all set up. So the longer one goes at the bottom. Reason for that is because it's sticking in further. And then the shorter one goes in the top. But at the end of the day, they're both going to be sticking out the same distance. It's just because the bracket's offset there. So they're actually the same distance around. I'm just going to tighten these up. I put blue Loctite on them. It's always tough to tell how tight you should go when you have an extension on it. So this gold is the same gold as my Olin's piggybacks. So there's the look of it. Obviously, I'll cut my tip of my exhaust, and I'll just notch it out. There's 5 bolts, or let me see, there's 6 bolts that hold it on. So even if I cut, a chunk right there out for it to go on, it'll still go on. So that's what it looks like there. There's distance between the exhaust and the bars, as you can see. Looks good from all the angles. That's the rear crash bar with the FXR side piece on. Passenger's leg can still go on. My accessory bag can still fit on there. Yeah, so I'll show you what it looks like on the other side with the way I had it prior to. I haven't got to the other side yet. So that's what this side looked like with the OEM side cover on. So I definitely like this side better. Performance bagger look. I'm liking it a lot. So, and like I say, you can see the Olin's piggyback right there, same gold. So looks good. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side. I won't video it because it's the same principle, but then I'll show us the aftermath when everything's done. So stay tuned. So here's the other side now completed. As you can see, one thing I'm not sure if I'm liking with these FXR covers is you can see the gap between the seat and where the rear strut bar subframe bolts on. The OEM covers cover that. So just it's interesting. So if I need to, I'll change back to the OEM stock ones. but I do like the look. Obviously I'll paint these bolts black, but I just think it's interesting how you can see it. But I do like the crash bars, and the gold accent I like that matches the Öhlins piggyback. So here it is from the back, and we'll go around to the other side. There it is from this side. So yeah, like I say, that's the only thing that's a little interesting that I'm not that big of a fan of, but besides that, it is what it is. So thanks for tuning in. Next video we will remove the front crash bar and get the Nasty Hog one installed. Again, I got the gold accents for it as well. So we will carry on here, and then I will be doing the extended brake line from my master cylinder to the ABS module, which is behind this cover. And then I'll be installing the 8-inch extension clutch cable as well. So this exhaust will have to come off at that time so I can take the cover off and replace the clutch cable that's going in through the bottom. So at that time, we'll take a look at our cap for our muffler, and then we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in today, and we got the crash bar on and the FXR side cover. Thanks.